Can we normalize not talking if we have nothing to say? Hear me out. So I have always been a talker, and there's this issue where I feel like if there is a void in conversation or there's a moment where there's silence, I feel like I have to fill that void. And that tends to make me talk a lot, which also tends to make me overshare, which also tends to make me trip up and fall into temptation of gossip. And I've had this conviction of gossip for 2 years now because I don't want to talk about people. I don't want to talk to you about people. I just want to mind my own business. I want to do my own thing and I want to live my own life. And so over the past several weeks, this conviction and this heart posture that the Lord's been doing on me has been a lot to do with, what in my mouth? Has been a lot to do with the fact that the reason why I overshare and the reason why I fall into the temptation of gossip is because of my own personal issues with abandonment and trust issues, which I am currently working out, right? But in the midst of all the working out, the Lord is so gracious and so faithful and so kind. He's such a kind father. And he's been teaching me that if I don't have, you remember whenever you were younger and your mom used to say, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. The Lord has been teaching me that if I have nothing to say, period, I don't need to say anything. I don't need to spark up conversation with people if I have nothing that is going to glorify him. If I come up to you and I say, hey, how are you? And then the conversation stops there and I move on, I'm not being rude. I am protecting myself to die to my flesh every single day and to not fall into the temptation of gossip or oversharing, because oversharing is a form of gossip. Let's be honest. And so, yeah, a lot of people probably think that it's rude, but in reality, I just don't have anything to say. And I'm really trying to die to my flesh. And it's a very difficult thing if you're not in the same position heart-wise that I am and you're not listening to the same convictions or you don't have the same convictions. So let's normalize that if you have nothing to say, just don't say anything. You can say, hi, how are you? You can say, God bless you. You can say, hey, how you doing? But we don't have to have conversations with everyone. That includes friend or not. Friend or not. If I have nothing to say, your girl's just going to be quiet from now on.